17th of January will always stick in my mind. That was the last day that we ever had a smile from her. Rose, say hiya.
We were blessed with two beautiful children, and in such a short space of time, it kind of took a turn that none of us really expected.
It was just the shock of it all. We just obviously never anticipated that this is what was going on with Rose, you know. We were just caught up in this vortex and we didn't know where it was taking us. We were just pulled through, you know, a system really of procedures and tests. On the 28th of January, Rose's consultant come bursting through the door into the ICU ward and had the results of Rose's biopsy, and it was cancer. And we were told that we would get weeks with her, and we lost her 2 weeks exactly to the day. Like, it's one thing to hear it for an adult to have cancer, but for a child who can't communicate with you is just on another level.
I think when me and Catherine were talking while we were in hospital, there's a lot of beeping, there's a lot of nurses in and out, that we wanted somewhere that we could just be a family.
And we both agreed that we would go elsewhere, obviously to Tŷ Hafan for Rose's end of life.
Memory making was one of the things we were kind of keen on, that we want to have these lasting memories with Rose and not surrounded by a nurse or a doctor, but surrounded by seaside gardens. Yeah, so that's what we did. It felt really final as we unplugged everything from the hospital and we made our way to Tŷ Hafan. You pull up. Even though we knew it was coming, it felt like it's now here.
If we couldn't take her home, it was like we were taking her to our own room. It was just a home from home setting that I never envisaged would even be a consideration or an option, you know, because I can remember being in hospital and everything is so clinical and white. It was a normal environment in such an unusual circumstance, you know, and it kept that level of normality. That was the only thing that was normal, really, is that we were able to bring her into a room, that she would be comfortable, that she could look around, because the only thing she could do was look around. She couldn't actually move at this point. She was paralysed.
We could be together as a family. We didn't want to be in this position. We didn't choose to be in this position, but we were given the chance to be us, away from the beeps, away from the chaos that is a hospital. Obviously, just being there and holding her for the final moments, they'll never ever leave you. It'll always be with you.
Nothing was rushed, nothing was, you know, there was no panic. It was just, this is how it's meant to be. And the sad reality was that we'd come here for Rose to die. And it was just handled incredibly well.
To come here, as final as it is, it was an escape.
Yeah. It truly is such a wonderful place in such awful circumstances.
And it's irreplaceable. I've said it a few times, you can't take that time away. We had time to be a family. We had time where we could just escape. We knew what was coming. We were trying to prepare the best you can. You can never prepare for it. But we didn't have the hustle and bustle of a ward. We were just us, and all our family could enjoy that with us as well. It's unimaginable that this not being here, this not being an option for a future family and for us. It was the only option that we wanted to choose. You never leave Tŷ Hafan. You never do. You leave the building, but you never leave Tŷ Hafan, because you're still part of that family.